welcome to FunTelligence Hub. Today is the 8th 10th month 2024 and the LO is to thoroughly understand multiplication thoroughly. So, when I said thoroughly and emphasized it, because we are going to do many multiplication counter sums, and you will get what I mean when we move on from the starter. So the starter is to get your brain warmed up like always, and we have today an easy, medium, and hard. You can choose which one to do, or you can do all three. But I'm going to share the answers now. 5 times 2 is 10, 3 times 6 is 18, 7 times 3 is 21, and 8 times 4 is 32. That is the easy section. The medium section. 6 times 7 is 42, 9 times 4 is 36, 8 times 9 is 72. 96 multiplied by 0 is 0. Now, you're probably wondering, why did I put that in the medium section? Why not the easy section? Well, some people, when they process it in their brains, they think, oh, it's 96 multiplied by 0. And remember this, anything multiplied by 0 is always 0. If it's mirror multiplied by 0, it's 0. If it's a lamp multiplied by 0, it's 0. And if it's any number multiplied by 0, it is always 0. That's just how math works. But other people's brains process it. 96 is a big number, so I don't know what to do. And your brain starts freaking out. So that's why I put this one in the medium section. And the answer is 0. 9 times 9 is 81. And 13 times 13 is 169. I'll tell you why I circled that in red in a minute. 12 times 4 is 48, 15 times 15 is 225, 10 times 12 is 120, and 14 times 14 is 196. Now, most of these numbers in the hard section are just square numbers, and that means the same number multiplied by the same number is your product. Now, why I circled 169 and 196 in red is because you want to know your square numbers before you know anything above the 12 times table. Why? Because this will help you in life for some reason. And this is a trick to remember. 13 times 14 and 14 times 13 times 13 and 14 times 14. Now, if you know 13 times 13 or 14 times 14, either way, you will know both of the answers if you only know one, which is confusing. So say I didn't know the answer to 14 times 14, and I knew 13 times 13 was 169. So, with my brain, if you remember this trick, it will help you in life, I swear. You switch the two last digits around. In other words, the 10s and the 1s. You switch them around and poof, you get 14 times 14. How cool is that? Let's get on with the rest of our lesson. Multiplication. That means times, lots of, sets of, groups of. But I didn't put product in there. Product means the number multiplied by the number. So not what multiplication means, the answer of multiplication. That's what product means. This is what I meant by counter multiplication. We are going to do about, I'm not sure, 6 or 7 of these scenarios, then get on to some word problems. Here are 6 counters. How many rows are there and how many columns are there? So let's count together. Well, the arrows are there, but 1, 2, 3 columns, rows, 3 rows, and 1, 2 columns. 3 rows and 2 columns. We're correct. 3 rows and 2 columns. Could we write a multiplication sentence? Could we write an addition sentence? You can write this down in your notebook. I'm going to go on to the answers. 3 times 2 is 6, but expanded, that means 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. But is there another addition sentence? Yes. 3 plus 3 is 6. So, I'm going to talk this later in more detail because you probably won't know what this word means. But multiplication is commutative. And I won't explain any more of what that means because you're going to find out later on. Here are 6 counters again. How many rows are there and how many columns are there? Now, it's the same as our first scenario, but switched around. So, in other words, we are going to switch the numbers around. That means 2 and 3. But hold on there. That doesn't always work because this is only because we shifted the counters around so that there are the same amount but different order. But do not use this method. You should always count or count in your head. What do you notice? 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6, and 3 plus 3 is 6. And this is why multiplication is commutative. Here are 10 counters. How many rows are there? How many columns are there? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, and 1, 2. 2 columns. Yeah, we're correct. 5 rows and 2 columns. Could we write a multiplication sentence and can we write an addition sentence? I'm going to tell you this. For every multiplication you do, whether it's 5 rows and 2 columns, 3 rows and 2 columns, you can always write a multiplication sentence and you can always write an addition sentence. That's why I'm not going to talk much in detail of this. Multiplication and addition, they're both positive, so they go as a pair. Subtraction or minus and divide or division, they're both negative. And why we call them positive and negative and put them in 2 different pairs is because multiplication and addition always make something bigger. Now, the reason I was hesitating saying this is because multiplication cannot always make things bigger. It can make numbers stay the same. For example, 0 multiplied by 0, 1 multiplied by 1, 6 multiplied by 1. It gives you the same answer, but mostly. Subtraction and division, they always subtract something and make the number lower, but multiplication and addition make the number higher. So, writing a multiplication sentence and an addition sentence would be 5 times 2. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 10. But there is another addition sentence, 5 plus 5, which you're basically grouping the 2's together, and what's left over, you split it up and put it into the other 2 groups to make 5 and a 5. Let's do that together. 2 plus 2 is 4, and 2 plus 2 is 4. But there's 1 2 remaining in the middle. Let's split the 2 in half. That means 1. 4 plus 1 is 5, and 4 plus 1 is 5. That's how you do it. Here are 10 counters. How many rows are there, and how many columns are there? I'm going to whiz through this now. 2 and 5. Could we write a multiplication sentence? Can we write an addition sentence? 2 times 5 is 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. So they're just switched around again. What do you notice again? The green and the blue counters, they're the same amount of numbers, or counters, but just rotated 90 degrees. Here are 12 counters. How many rows? How many columns? 6 and 2. But can we write a multiplication sentence? Can we write an addition sentence? 6 times 2, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Here are 12 counters. How many rows? How many columns? 2 and 6. Can we write a multiplication? Could we write an addition? Boom! And what do you notice? Those are the end of our counters part of the lesson, but now we are moving on to some word problems. Mrs. Masterson bakes cakes. Oh, that's kind of her. She bakes her 4 children 2 cakes each. How many cakes does she bake? Now, counting on your fingers, she bakes 4 children 2 cakes each. So that means you would have to do 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. In other words, 4 plus 4. Or in other words, 4 times 2. Or 2 times 4. So, here are our cupcakes. 1, 2. Well, now let's use a counter method. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. That means 4 times 2 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 8. And 4 plus 4 is 8. Multiplication is commutative, and so is addition, because they're positive. Now I'm going to reveal the meaning of commutative to you. Commutative means you can place them anyway. 4 times 2 is 8, and 2 times 4 is 8. You can swap them around anyway, no matter what, only in multiplication and addition. But it will always give you the same answer. And how cool is that? That is why maths is my favorite subject. So, if you had, for example, 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, but 9 times 3 is 27. You can make that commutative, but it already is the same because it's 3 cubed basically. But if we were to have something 4 times 3 times 2, you can switch them around. It can be 3 times 4 times 2. It can be 2 times 3 times 4. It can be 3 times 4 times 2. And you can switch them around any way you like, and you will always get the same answer. So that is what commutative means. Next word problem. Mrs. Patel buys some sweets. She buys 5 friends 2 sweets each. How many sweets does she buy? Then again, 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 5 is 10. Commutative. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. And here we have sweets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. I think this is our last one. Mrs. Snets buys some pencils. She buys 7 friends 2 pencils each. Oh, all of these people are so generous. How many pencils should she buy? So, she buys 7 friends 2 pencils each. Meaning, 7 times 2 is 14, and 2 times 7 is 14. In other words, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 2. There you have your answer. But 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. In other words, grouping them together, 7 plus 7. Grouping them together, let's have another go at this before we end. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is an odd number, isn't it? So we're going to have 3 2's. 2 plus 2 plus 2. In other words, 3 times 2 is 6. And then we have another 6. But hang on, there's 1 2 left. Meaning we split the 2 in half. That means 1 plus 1 is 2. That means it's 7. And bye and see you next time. Tune in for more at FunTelligence Hub. Like and subscribe.